Hello friends, welcome to this program. My name is Narsi Reddy. I am the director and faculty of an institute called PROMAC, which is a 16-year-old institute in Hyderabad providing GRE, TOEFL, IELTS and other training programs. So, I am conducting this show for providing a logical approach to learning English vocabulary. So, in this program, I will be explaining some words, try to make you understand these words in a logical manner, enjoyable manner, a manner where you can remember and use the words in day-to-day life. The approach that I will be following is, instead of simply teaching words in individual manner, we will take a theme in each episode, and with that theme we will be building words and we will be understanding the logical meaning of words and also words in a grouped manner, words with synonyms, antonyms and related words. So, that means whenever I am explaining a word, I will explain some words that are similar in meaning, some words that are opposite in meaning to the given word, and very logically I will be explaining lot of words to this class. I hope you will enjoy this program. So, let us start our program with the first topic. Today, we are all human beings and we want to live a happy life. What is the most important thing that we need to live a happy life? We need food. So, today we will learn some words associated with food and drink, which are the things that are most important for survival of human beings or for that matter any living organism. So, when we talk about food or anything that is consumable, anything that we can eat, there are some words in the meaning of something that we can eat. Anything we can eat can be called edible, comestible, palatable, etc. And anything we can drink is called potable. So, what is edible? Edible is something that is suitable to eat, something that is fit to eat. So, this item is edible. This plant is a edible plant. Edible plant means something that we can eat. Inedible is something that is not fit for consumption or something that cannot be eaten or consumed as food. One more word I have given as a synonym of edible is comestible. Comestibles, if you see dictionary meaning, the meaning is given as foodstuffs. Foodstuffs. Potable water. Potable water is water that is suitable to drink. Potable substance is or potable liquid is something that we can drink. Here I have given a word called palatable. What is palatable? Palatable is generally taken in the meaning of something that is tasty or something that is okay or suitable to eat. Cannot say directly tasty. Okay, how was the food today in that restaurant? Okay, it was palatable. खा सकता हूँ, खाने का लायक है, खा लिया था. So, palatable. How does this word palatable come? The word palatable comes from a word called palate. What is palate? Palate is basically in our mouth. There is a upper portion of the mouth. So, that roof or upper portion of the mouth, this one, what in Hindi is called angithi. So, that is what is called palate. So, what is palatable? Palatable is any item that our mouth will accept, any item that can be put in your mouth and eaten. So, the food is palatable. This item is palatable. It was unpalatable. Unpalatable means it was not at all suitable to eat and you could not eat it. Whenever we learn a word, we will also try to learn some words that are either synonyms or antonyms, or sometimes there are some words which sound very similar to a word, and many people get confused because of similarity of spelling or similarity of pronunciation. Just now I have given a word called palate. The word palate sounds very similar to a word called palate. The word palate also sounds very similar to another word called palette. What is palette? P-A-L-E-T-T-E, palette is related to painting. You might have seen some artists, they will be painting some pictures and all that, or paintings or drawings or something. These artists, they have a plate in which they mix colors. So that collection of colors or the plate in which they mix colors or that equipment or apparatus used by a painter is called palette. P-A-L-L-E-T, palette. What is P-A-L-L-E-T, palette? If you have seen, gone to a godown or if you have gone to a shop, I want to store as many items as possible within a less space. So I have some cartons or I have some boxes. I put one box above another box. What happens? The bottom box will get the pressure and it will get damaged. But if I keep one box adjacent to another box, to store the same number of items I need more space. So what do people do in a godown or in a shop? So they keep two boxes above the other and they put a wooden plank. Above that they put two more boxes. What happens? The weight of these upper items gets evenly spread on this wooden plate or wooden plank, and the bottom item does not get damaged. Or if you have gone to big bazaar or any shop, so you have a particular way of arranging items within a space. So you have a bottom pallet where you have some vegetables, you have another pallet here where you have some soaps. So this is called pallet. What is pallet? A pallet is a equipment which is used for storing items within a less place. You want to store more items. Anyway, we have used or learnt a word called palate. From this word called palate, we have taken a word called palatable. Palatable, edible, comestible, these are all words which are used for some item which we can consume as food, and potable is something which is suitable to drink. Since we are discussing about food, why do we eat food? Because God has given us a quality called hunger. We all have hunger. We become hungry, bhook, akali. So to satisfy hunger, we eat food. What is hunger called? Hunger or desire for food is called appetite. So appetite is hunger or desire for food. So because we have a desire for food, we are eating food. Now from this word called appetite, which is hunger for food, we can also learn some more words. Bon appetit. Appetizer. Appetizing, etc. Appetite is hunger or desire for food. Bon appetit. Bon appetit is a French greeting. In French, the prefix bon has a meaning called good. Appetite means a hunger. What is bon appetit? You go to a restaurant. You order some food. The waiter will bring the food, keep it in front of you and say, "Sir, here is your meal. Enjoy your meal. May God bless you with good hunger. May God bless you with good digestive capacity." So a French greeting which means enjoy your meal or have a good meal, that's what is bon appetit. So bon appetit is a French greeting which means have a good meal or enjoy your meal. Appetizer. In every culture, there is a tradition or habit of eating or drinking. You eat some small snacks kind of a thing, or you drink a soup before you have the main course. Why people believe if you eat a soup, you don't drink a soup. If you eat soup before the actual meal, the soup will enhance your hunger and digestive capacity and make you enjoy the main meal better. In many regions of India, people eat some papad, or people eat some vadiyalu, or if you go to a Chinese restaurant, people eat some kimchi. So anything, a small portion of food or a soup that is consumed before the main meal is called appetizer, because it enhances your hunger, it makes you enjoy the main food better. Appetizing. Hey, how was the food? Okay, the food is quite appetizing. Appetizing means tasty, suitable to eat, good to eat, khane layak. The minute I see the food, my appetite increased. वो खाना देखे मेरा भूख बढ़ गया. So basically, appetizing is anything that is tasty. Okay, here we have discussed a word called appetizing. Appetizing, I said, is tasty. In the meaning of a food which is tasty, we can also take some more words. Appetizing, delicious. Appetizing, delicious, delectable, scrumptious, yummy, sapid. All these words. Hey, it's a delicious food. Hey, it's a scrumptious meal. It's a very yummy kebab. It's a very sapid food. So appetizing, delicious, delectable, scrumptious, yummy, sapid. All these words have a meaning called something that is very, very tasty, something that is very, very enjoyable, a food that is very enjoyable, a food that gives you pleasure. It's a delicious item. It's a delectable kebab. It's a scrumptious biryani. It's a very yummy ice cream. It's a very sapid, sweet, something like that. What's the opposite of tasty? Opposite of tasty is something that is not tasty. Why something is not tasty? See, nowadays, lot of people have health problems. People have diabetes, people have hypertension, people have some other problem. So you go to a doctor. The doctor says, okay brother, you have a health problem, so please don't eat spicy food. Eat boiled vegetables. Eat food without chili. Eat food without salt. So when you eat something without chili, without masala, without salt, without oil, the food will be very, very, very boring, very bland, or it is not really very tasty. But we have no other choice, so we have to eat it. So anything that is not tasty, mainly because it does not have any spices, mainly because it does not have any masalas. So that is called insipid, vapid, bland. Insipid, vapid, bland. What is insipid, vapid, bland? Insipid, vapid, bland is, you can use it for anything. Hey, yesterday I went to a movie. The movie was very insipid. Why do you mean a movie is very insipid? The movie doesn't have any songs, any jokes, any dances, no masala. So the movie was a very, very, very dull, boring movie. Hey, he is a very bland person. You meet somebody, the guy doesn't have any talent, very, very, very boring person. A doctor asked me to eat bland food. Bland food is food without spices. So, insipid, vapid, bland, these three words can be used either to describe food, they can also be used to describe some movie, they can be used to describe a person, they could be used to describe a drama, they could be used to describe a book, anything that is uninteresting. So, insipid, vapid, bland, all these are uninteresting. dull, boring, lacking spices or lacking excitement. Lacking spices or lacking excitement. So, when you are using it to describe food, generally it has a meaning called anything that is tasteless or not tasty. The word BLAND, blonde, sounds very similar to one more word called BLOND, blonde. What is BLOND, blonde? BLOND, blonde is a person with golden color hair. In Western culture, lot of people have this golden color hair. So, if you want to say somebody has golden color hair, then you call that person as a blonde. Generally, a girl with golden color hair is BLONDE, blonde. BLOND, blonde is either used as an adjective. So, you can use it as an adjective, blonde hair, or generally a boy or a man who has golden color hair is also called blonde. He is a blonde. So, we were learning about food, and we learned that food we eat, we have hunger. Because of hunger we eat food, and when we eat food, our hunger gets satisfied and we get a feeling called trupti. So, I had trupti. What is trupti? Trupti is satisfaction of hunger. What is called tripti in Indian languages, which is satisfaction of hunger, is called satiety. Satiety is the feeling of satisfaction of hunger. When you have a good meal, when your hunger is completely satisfied, we say, I had satiety. So, satiety is a noun. Verb form is sate or satiate. Some people pronounce it as satiate, that is okay. So, pronunciation keeps differing. Sate or satiate is to satisfy hunger, to reduce your hunger. Bhook ko kam karna, bhook ko mitana, aakali tirpadam, trupti kaliginchadam. Now, from this word called satiety, sate, satiate, we have one more word called insatiable. My desire for money is insatiable. I have an insatiable hunger for fame. I have an insatiable ambition. I have an insatiable desire for wealth. So, I have an insatiable hunger. What is insatiable hunger? A hunger that cannot be satisfied. So, somebody has insatiable desire for money, means जितना भी पैसा कमाओ फिर भी उसका भूख कम नहीं होता, बहुत भूख है. So, he has lot of desire which is difficult to satisfy, difficult to reduce. Now, we learnt a word called satiety, which is satisfaction of hunger. Now, from satisfaction of hunger, let us also learn some words which mean satisfaction of thirst. I have thirst, I want to drink water or I want to drink some liquid. Then I go and drink it. Then I say, Mera pyas bujh gaya, na dappika tirindi. So, pyas bujana, dappika tiradam. So, satisfying a feeling of thirst is called quench, or it is also called slake. So, quench or slake is to satisfy or reduce thirst. Pyas bujana, dappika tirchadam. If you see this word quench, quench can be used to reduce or stop thirst. It can also be used in the meaning of to stop a fire. We are quenching a fire. Why? In every language in the world, fire and thirst are synonyms. In Hindi, what do you say? Maine pyas bujaya, maine aagu ko bujaya. In Telugu, what you say? Mantalu arpanu, dappika arindi. So, dappika arpadam, mantalu arpadam. Pyas bujana, aag bujana, quenching a thirst or quenching a fire. So, quench or slake, both of them are taken in the meaning of reducing thirst or reducing a fire. Now, we are talking about food. So, we learned that food can be classified as tasty or not tasty. Asal, why do we call something is tasty or not tasty? What does taste mean, or what does a good food or a bad food mean? We all know human beings have 5 senses, what is called panchendriyas. Any experience when all these 5 senses or panchendriyas are satisfied, it is considered a complete experience. Food is also same. Suppose we look at a person, we look at a car, we look at a house, we look at a food item. What is the first thing that attracts us? The first thing that attracts us is the looks. If a person is very beautiful, we feel like talking to that person. A bike or a car is very beautiful, we feel like buying that bike or car. A house is very beautiful. Same way, the first thing that attracts you to food is the looks. Food may be very tasty, but to look, it looks very dark or very black or as if it is burnt or something, we don't feel like eating. But if the food looks attractive, pleasant, we want to eat. So, the first sense that you have to satisfy is sense of looks. Sense of looks is called visual. Suppose a food is very nice, but when you go near it, it has a very bad smell. It has a horrible smell. Then you don't feel like eating. Food looks very nice, and when you go near it, it has a very nice smell. It has a very pleasant smell. Then your interest in that food increases. So, the second sense that we have to get attracted to is sense of smell. Sense of smell is called olfactory. Sense of smell is called olfactory. The food looks very nice, smells also very nice. Then you touch. When you touch, the food is looking very nice, smelling very nice, but when you touch it, it is very slippery, very gummy or very hard, your desire goes away. But if the food is very soft or the food feels the way you want it to feel or expect it to feel, your desire for that food increases even further. So, the third sense that food has to satisfy is what is called tactile, sense of touch. Sense of touch. So, sense of touch is called tactile. The food looks very beautiful, smells very nice. When you touch it, it feels the way you expect it to feel. Then the next stage, you take the food, put it in your mouth and then eat. If the food tastes, so the fourth thing that attracts you is taste. So, the sense of taste is called gustatory. Sense of taste is called gustatory. So, food, when we call it as tasty, generally the food looks good, smells good, feels good when you touch it, when you put it in your mouth, it tastes good. You said panchendriyas, there are 5 indriyas, but here there are only 4 indriyas. Where is the 5th indriya? What is the 5th indriya? The 5th indriya is sense of hearing, sense of sound. So, our ears. Now, sense of hearing is called oral. Sense of sensing is called oral. Any experience of a human being is not complete when all the 5 indriyas don't get satisfied. How does the sense of hearing or sound get satisfied in food? That's why when you go to any restaurant, in the background there is a smooth music coming. The purpose of music is they want to make the experience of food complete. In Indian culture, when you eat food, you read a shloka, Om Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahe. Why you are reading that shloka? Because you want your ears to get satisfied. In Western culture, before eating food, you pray to God, you offer your thanks because you want the ears to get satisfied. When you are having a party with friends, before eating or before drinking, You say cheers. Why do you say cheers? Because the fifth indriya has to get satisfied. Or earlier I have explained bon appetit. Why does a waiter bring the food? Keep it in front of you and say bon appetit. So have a good meal. So that is satisfying the ears. So when all the four characters or four senses are satisfied, you call that experience as a complete experience. So you call the food as a very, very, very tasty food. So till now we have learnt some words related to food. We have learnt some words associated with, why we eat food, what is the quality called hunger, etc. Let us understand different types of food items that we consume. Many people in India do not know the proper terms. When you go abroad, you will feel a great problem in ordering some food, or you do not understand what the other people are talking. Suppose you go to America, and in America you go shopping for vegetables. You want to buy bhendi. What do you call bhendi in English? Many people in India say lady's finger. You go and say, give me 1 kilo lady's finger, people get shocked because they do not use the term lady's finger. In America or most of the Western countries, bhendi is not called lady's finger, bhendi is called okra. Like that you should know there are different terms. Suppose you have dal. When you are eating food, many times Americans and others, they come and ask, what is this food? Many people have the feeling that dal is an English word. So they say, dal, dal, dal. Then they ask, what is dal? You don't call, dal is not an English word. There is no word called ghee in English, because ghee is a product which is produced only in India. Nowhere in the world you have something called ghee. So if you say ghee, dal, Western people do not understand. Then what do you call dal? Dal is generally called pulses. So what we call dal is called pulses or lentils, or any dal or any leguminous crop is generally called beans in Western culture, kidney beans, cluster beans, like that. But generally pulses or lentils is the word we have to use. Suppose you are eating dal or sambar or something, somebody comes and asks you, hey, what is this? Then you have to say, okay, it's a type of lentil soup, or it's a type of lentil paste. Same way we have grains like rice, wheat, barley. What do you call this? These are called cereal. So many people think cereal only means cornflakes or what you have for breakfast. Of course, cereal is a botanical term under which the classification of all these crops like rice, wheat, etc. come. Then in many rural communities and nowadays with health consciousness, even in cities, foods like ragi, jawar, bajra, jonna, sadza, ragi, all these foods have become very popular. These are what are called millets. So these are what are called millets. So what are millets? So millets are basically minor grains. Minor grains like jawar, bajra, ragi, korra, etc. They are called millets. So we have discussed some types of food items and we have learnt. So to conclude, there are some people, what we do, we don't eat most of the foods raw, we cook them. So when we cook them, there are different styles of cooking. So these different types of cooking are called cuisine. I love Andhra cuisine. I love Punjabi cuisine. I love French cuisine. So cuisine is the style or method of cooking something. So let us conclude with one word. Obviously we all eat food, we cook food, we prepare food to eat. Some people eat decently, some people eat too much. So what we call bukkad, or in Telugu tindivotu. A person who eats too much is called a glutton. Glutton is bukkad or tindivotu. I hope you have enjoyed this session. So we will be having many sessions where like today we will take up a theme, and with the help of the theme we will be trying to build vocabulary and learn word power and learn more and more words in a very logical, very enjoyable manner. I hope you are liking this. So come back in the next session, we will try to learn some more words. Thank you.